Hello, dear students. Welcome. Uh, let's start one very fine story. Uh, the title of the story is The Wish. This story was written by one very famous British novelist and short story writer, Roald Dahl. This story focuses on one childhood experience of one boy. Uh, there is one unnamed boy in the story. The boy, his fantasy, his imagination is so much strong that after reading this story, we get to know what a fantastic story by Dal. So let's start this story about the wish by Dal. Well, this story, uh, the short story, the wish, is written by one English writer, Roald Dahl, who was a famous British novelist, short story writer, and screenwriter. The story is about a boy's fantasy, his imagination, in which each carpet is alive with snakes and fire. Using imagery and metaphor, Dahl used the character of a curiously imaginative young boy to help us reflect on the delicacy of our childhood innocence. And this story goes inside the mind of a young child to explore his imagination. And this is about a young boy who had a frightening event in his childhood. Especially here, we can see one boy's childhood experience is shown through his fantasy, his imagination. The story begins in this way. Let's discuss this story in Nepali. In the very first sense, र यो कथाको सुरुवातमा पहिलो दृश्यमा we find an unnamed child looking at his kneecap scape र एउटा यहाँ नाम उल्लेख भएको छैन एउटा सानो बच्चा एउटा बोय जसले आफ्नो घोडानिर घाउ लागेको रहेछ र उसले आफ्नो त्यो छाला घाउ लाएर छाला उत्रेको त्यो छालामा उसले हेरिरहेको थियो. He was sitting alone in his front door stair र ऊ चाहिँ घर अगाडिपट्टिको अगाडिको फ्रन्ट डोर स्टेयरमा ऊ बसिरहेको थियो. He had an old cut on his kneecap and its scab was brown र उसले अलि पुरानो काटेको घुँडानिर काटेको ठाउँ रहेछ जुन चाहिँ घाउ बिस्तारै ब्राउन हुँदै गइरहेको थियो. He went forward to examine it closely अनि उसले त्यो आफ्नो घाउमा हेरिरहेको थियो. After pondering much, he decided to pick that scab from his own. अनि उसले त्यो जुन घाउमा माम्री लागेको थियो स्क्याब लागेको थियो अनि त्यसलाई उसले निकाल्ने बारे सोच्यो. He picked his scab gently with his nail and put it on his thigh. अनि उसले बिस्तारै त्यहाँको त्यो जुन घाउमा लागेको बाहिरको स्क्याब हुन्थ्यो उसले त्यो निकालेर थाइमा राख्यो. He rubbed his own circle and flipped the scab with his finger. The scab fell upon the edge of the red carpet. र उसले चाहिँ त्यो बिस्तारै त्यहाँबाट जब त्यो घाउको माम्री निकालेको थियो त्यो बिस्तारै त्यो माम्री चाहिँ उछिटिएर चाहिँ आफ्नो घरमा रहेको रेड कार्पेटमा पर्यो. Then when he moved near the scab, different colors of the carpet attracted his attention. अनि जब उसले चाहिँ त्यो स्क्याब चाहिँ कार्पेटमा पर्यो अनि त्यो कार्पेटमा जब उसको ध्यान गयो द्याट इज त्यो कार्पेटले उसको चाहिँ ध्यान चाहिँ यति गहिरो मग्न लिएर गयो कि कार्पेटको बारेमा उसले धेरै कुराहरू सोच्यो. Then he moved near the scab, different colors of the carpet attracted his attention. He imagined different things in those colors of carpet. अनि त्यो कार्पेटको रङबाट उसले चाहिँ त्यो रङको आधारमा उसले चाहिँ आफ्नो कल्पना गर्न सुरु गर्यो. He creatively imagined a game plan using different colors of the carpet. अनि उसले चाहिँ त्यो कार्पेटमा भएको रङको आधारमा उसले चाहिँ आफ्नो गेम प्लान आफ्नो योजना आफ्नो विचार चाहिँ उसले इमेजिन गर्यो उसले फ्यान्टासी गर्यो. In his imagination, he proposed that red color sports as the lump of coils. अनि उसले त्यहाँ विशेष गरेर तीनवटा कलर देखेको थियो. एउटा रेड कलर रहेको थियो, अर्को ब्ल्याक कलर रहेको थियो, अर्को येलो कलर रहेको थियो र उसले आफ्नो त्यो इमेजिनेसनमा चाहिँ त्यो जुन रातो कलर रहेको थियो त्यो रातो कलरलाई उसले चाहिँ एउटा कोइला जलिरहेको कोइला जहाँ उसले टेक्यो भने आफै भस्म हुने जलेर भस्म हुन्छु भन्ने उसले कल्पना गर्यो. त्यस्तै गरेर उसले चाहिँ कालो the black color spots were the poisonous snake that could bite him and leave him to die. अनि जुन कालो रङ थियो कालो रङमा उसले चाहिँ त्यहाँ एकदमै विषाक्त सर्प रहेको उसले कल्पना गर्यो. The yellow color spots were only the safe zones for him where he could step and cross the huge carpet to get inside. र ऊ भित्र जानको लागि कार्पेटमा भएको कलर जुन रेड यदि उसले रेडमा चाहिँ स्टेप गरेर टेक्यो भने चाहिँ उसलाई चाहिँ आगोले जलाएर मार्छ. अनि ऊ ब्ल्याकमा उसले टेक्यो भने सर्पले उसलाई टोक्छ. अनि येलो मात्रै उसको लागि सेफ जोन रहेको थियो येलो कलर जहाँ उसले त्यही मात्र टेकेर मात्र ऊ अगाडि बढ्न सक्थ्यो। सो द बोय ह्याड सच इमेजिनेसन। यहाँ सानो बच्चाको त्यस्तो कल्पना रहेको थियो कि उसले एउटा कार्पेटभित्र नै एउटा छुट्टै संसारको कल्पना गर्यो, जुन संसारमा ऊ चाहिँ उसले चाहिँ कालो एउटा सर्प पोइजनस स्नेक कालो रङमा अनि रातोमा छ जहाँ जलिरहेको कोइला जुनमा टेक्यो भने उसको जलेर उसको मृत्यु हुन्छ भन्ने उसले कल्पना गर्यो, इमेजिनेट गर्यो। र उसको सेफ्टी जोन भनेको चाहिँ के रहेको थियो भने येलो कलर रहेको थियो। The yellow colored spots were only the safe zones for him where he could step and cross the huge carpet to get inside. If he could get inside, he would be gifted a puppy for his birthday. र यदि उसले चाहिँ कार्पेट क्रस गरेर ऊ चाहिँ अगाडि बढेको अवस्थामा चाहिँ उसले उसको बर्थडेमा चाहिँ पप्पी चाहिँ गिफ्ट पाउँछ भन्ने मा ऊ ढुक्क थियो, उसले त्यो विश्वास गरेको थियो। द चाइल्ड इमेजिन भेरी टफ एन्ड टेरिबल गेम प्लान टु रिच गोल। विस यहाँ सानो बच्चाले चाहिँ त्यो कार्पेट क्रस गरेर चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्नको लागि उसले इमेजिन गरेको थियो, कल्पना गरेको थियो। र उसको विस के रहेको थियो, उसको गिफ्ट उसले चाहिँ आफ्नो कामना के गरेको थियो भने त्यो कार्पेटलाई क्रस गरेर चाहिँ जुन कार्पेटभित्र रहेका जुन रातो कलर थियो, कालो कलर रहेको थियो, येलो कलर रहेको थियो, त्यो सबै विभिन्न कलरहरूलाई चाहिँ ऊ चाहिँ सामना गरेर ऊ अगाडि बढेर चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्ने चाहिँ उसको विस रहेको थियो। द चाइल्ड स्टार्टेड टु मुभ अहेड इन his imaginative game. He moved ahead stepping on the yellow colored sports only. र ऊ बिस्तारै अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा उसले चाहिँ रातो र कालो कलरलाई इग्नोर गर्दै र केवल येलो कलर पहेँलो रङमा मात्र टेकेर ऊ अगाडि बढिरहेको थियो। उसले बढिरहन उसले दृढ संकल्प गरेको थियो। यदि उसले झुकेर चाहिँ कालोमा टेकेको अवस्थामा उसले सर्पल टोकेको भान उसलाई हुन्थ्यो, र रातोमा चाहिँ उसले टेकेको अवस्थामा चाहिँ आगोले पोलेको उसलाई भान हुन्थ्यो। ऊ आफ्नो इमेजिनेसनमा आफ्नो फ्यान्टासीमा चाहिँ एकदमै दत्तचित्त भएर चाहिँ उसले त्यो गेम प्लानमा ऊ गएको थियो र ऊ अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा रहेको थियो। एज ही केप्ट द हाफवे क्रस ही स्टार्टेड टु ओभल राउन्ड। जब ऊ अलि अगाडि बढेको थियो यताउता डुल्न सुरु गर्यो, किनभने उसले चाहिँ रङ हेर्दै अगाडि बढिरहेको थियो। जहाँ रातो रङ थियो त्यहाँ आगो बलिरहेको थियो, जहाँ कालो रङ थियो त्यहाँ सर्पहरूले चाहिँ टाउको निकालिरहेका थिए, अनि जहाँ यालो रहेको थियो त्यो मात्र उसको लागि के थियो भने सेफ जोन, सुरक्षाको क्षेत्र रहेको थियो। यी ब्यालेन्स इज बडी बाई वेभिङ इज आर्म्स। ऊ अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ शरीरलाई एकदम ब्यालेन्समा राखेर चाहिँ कतै रातोमा टेक्छु कि कतै म कालोमा टेक्छु कि केवल उसले चाहिँ पहिलो रङमा मात्र टेकेर अगाडि बढ्ने डिसाइडेड गरिरहेको, निदो गरिरहेको थियो। ही डिड नट गेट अ प्रपर स्टेप अहेड। ऊ अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा राम्रोसँग बढ्न सकिरहेको थिएन, किनभने कालो रङ रातो रङले बढी थिए। ऊ येलो रङलाई मात्र टेकेर जाँदा उसलाई निकै गाह्रो भइरहेको थियो। He started to panic because there was no turning back due to his body position. ऊ अगाडि बढिसकेपछि दायाँमा हेर निकै गाह्रो थियो, किनभने ठाउँ एकदमै साँघुरो रहेको थियो, येलो कलरको ठाउँ निकै साँघुरो रहेको थियो। द ब्ल्याक कलर स्पोर्ट पोइजनस स्नेक अहेड मेड हिम सो पैनिक। जब ऊ कालो नजिकै कालो कलरको नजिकै जान्थ्यो अनि उसले चाहिँ नजिकै सर्पले उसलाई चाहिँ बाहिर जिउरो निकालेर टोक्न लाए जस्तो उसलाई भान हुन्थ्यो, र ऊ आफ्नो फ्यान्टासीमा निकै आफ्नो कल्पनामा निकै गहिरिएर ऊ अगाडि त्यो गेममा सहभागी भएको थियो। स्टार्ट टु पैनिक बिकज देयर वाज नो टर्निङ ब्याक ड्यू टु हिज बडी पोजिसन। द ब्ल्याक कलर स्पोर्ट पोइजनस स्नेक अहेड मेड हिम सो पैनिक। ही रिमेन्ड देयर on a yellow safe zone for a long time. He waited and thought about the possible ways to move ahead. रू अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ कसरी अगाडि बढ्न सकिन्छ ऊ सोच्दै र अनि कालो रङ, कालो कलर, कालो स्पोर्ट्स अनि रेड स्पोर्ट्सलाई ऊ छल्दै ऊ येलो स्पोर्ट्स मात्र टेकेर अगाडि बढिरहेको थियो। द फियर अफ नट गेटिङ द पप्पी कम्पेल हिम टु कन्टिन्यू हिज वे अहेड। र उसको दिमागमा पनि के रहेको थियो भने जब उसले सबै कलर क्रस गरेर चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्छ र उसले चाहिँ पप्पी उसको बर्थडेमा चाहिँ पप्पी गिफ्ट हुन्छ भनेर उसले त्यो पनि सोचेर ऊ अगाडि बढिरहेको थियो। ही मेड प्रपर युज अफ हिज माइन्ड, पज हिमसेल्फ एन्ड स्टे फर्दर क्वाइट केयरफुल्ली। ऊ निकै सोच विचार गरेर दिमागको प्रयोग गरेर रोकिएर एकछिन उभिएर सोचेर ऊ त्यसरी अगाडि बढिरहेको थियो। जस्ट अ स्टेप अहेड अफ द हाफ वे। ऊ अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा आधा नजिक पुग्दाखेरि द चाइल्ड हैड टु मेक अ डिसिजन। ही हैड टु चुज एन अप्सन वेदर टु मुभ अन द लेफ्ट र राइट। अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ दायाँ जाने हो कि बायाँ जाने हो कि कुन ठाउँबाट जाँदाखेरि उसलाई चाहिँ येलो बढी पर्छ र त्यहाँबाट जान सजिलो हुन्छ। उसले निकै हि युज माइन्ड, उसले दिमागको निकै प्रयोग गरेको थियो त्यो बच्चाले। द लेफ्ट साइड वाज मोर डिफिकल्ट फर हिम टु स्टेप। र ऊ देब्रेपट्टिबाट जान निकै गाह्रो भइरहेको थियो। but there were less black spots there. So he decided to move ahead using the left side. त्यताबाट जाँदै गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ ब्ल्याक स्पोट्सहरू जहाँनिर कम छ, रेड स्पोट जहाँनिर कम छ, जहाँनिर येलो स्पोट बढी छ, त्यो ठाउँ उसले रोजिरहेको थियो। उसले त्यस बारेमा सोचेर अगाडि बढेको थियो। He took his next step on the yellow spot. He happened to touch the black spot, which was centimeter close. र ऊ अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा कालो कलरको नजिकै उसले खुट्टा राखेको थियो, सेन्टिमिटर नजिकै क्लोज त्यति नजिक रहेको थियो। He felt so panic because he was nearly going to be eaten by a snake. And उसलाई यो लाग्यो कि नजिकै सर्पले टाउको निकालेर टोक्नको लागि बसिरहेको छ भन्ने भान उसलाई भइरहेको थियो। बट हिज लक सेभ हिम, तर ऊ नजिकै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ धन्न उसले कालोमा टेकेन, ऊ बिस्तारै सेफ जोनमै रहेको थियो। अगेन ही ह्याड एन अप्सन टु चुज, ऊ अलि अगाडि बढेर जाँदा फेरि पनि उसको लागि अप्सन आयो, कुन बाटो कतातिर छान्ने उसले रोज्नु पर्ने अवस्था आयो। ही कुड ह्याभ gone right, but he went left instead because he feared about the black poisonous snake. रू अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा जतातिर कालो रङ बढी छ ऊ त्यतातिर नगएर चाहिँ अर्को बाटो रोजेको थियो। But his luck saved him. Again, he had an option to choose. He could have gone right, but he went left instead because he feared about the black poisonous snake. In his imagination, the snake looked up to see if he touched it or not. र ऊ उसको इमेजिनेसनमा उसले देख्थ्यो कि ऊ कालो नजिकै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ नजिकै सर्पले टाउको निकालेर टोक्न लागे जस्तो अवस्था उसले सोच्थ्यो। र रातो नजिकै जाँदा उसलाई के लाग्थ्यो भने आगोको भतभती पोल्ने, आगोले जलाउन खोजेको अवस्था उसले त्यस्तो बुझ्थ्यो, महसुस गर्थ्यो। उसले भन्ने गर्थ्यो चिच्चाएर डरले, द चाइल्ड सेड आई एम नट टचिङ यु, यु मस्टन्ट बाइट मी, मैले तिमीलाई छोइरहेको छैन, तिमीले मलाई टोक्न सक्दैनौ भनेर उसले त्यो भन्ने गर्थ्यो। यु नो आई एम नट टचिङ यु। ही कन्टिन्युड हिज जर्नी अहेड, ऊ त्यो भन्दै अगाडि बढेको थियो। इन नेक्स्ट स्टेप वाज क्वाइट फार, ऊ अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ उसको नेक्स्ट स्टेप अलि टाढा रहेको थियो। ही डिसाइडेड टु स्टेप स्लोली ओभर, बट व्हेन ही जम्प अहेड हिज स्पिड फेल अन द स्पट सो वाइड, ऊ जम्प गरेर अगाडि बढ्नुपर्ने अवस्था आयो किनभने बिचमा रेड थियो, ब्ल्याक थियो, अनि त्यसपछि येलो रहेको थियो। त्यसलाई दुईटैलाई जम्प गरेर अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा उसलाई निकै गाह्रो भइरहेको थियो। ही फेल्ट दिस भेरी ओके। अनि द चाइल्ड he continued his journey ahead. His next step was quite far. He decided to step slowly over. र ऊ चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा उसलाई निकै गाह्रो भइरहेको थियो। he was feeling very panic as well, उसलाई निकै अप्ठ्यारो भएर ऊ चाहिँ अगाडि बढिरहेको अवस्था रहेको थियो। He was properly struck. The snake started staring underneath his feet. He started to overall being panic. He tried to balance himself by waving his arm. However, it did not work. So अलि अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदा ऊ निकै जम्प गरेर झ्याप्पै अगाडि बढ्दै जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ अकस्मात उसको खुट्टा चाहिँ ब्ल्याक कलरमा पर्यो। जब उसको खुट्टा ब्ल्याकमा पर्यो उसले महसुस गर्यो द स्नेक स्टार्टेड स्टेरिङ अन्डरनेथ हिज फिट, उसको खुट्टाको तलपट्टि सर्पहरू चलिरहेको, मुभिङ गरिरहेको चाहिँ उसले महसुस गर्यो। ही स्टार्टेड ओभरअल बिङ प्यानिक, अनि ऊ चाहिँ आफैलाई एकदमै प्यानिक दर्द महसुस गर्यो। ही ट्राई टु ब्यालेन्स हिमसेल्फ, र उसले ब्यालेन्स गर्ने प्रयास गर्दै थियो। अचानक ऊ चाहिँ कालो कलरमा पल्टिन पुग्यो, खस्न पुग्यो। अनि जब ऊ कालो कलरमा पर्यो ही गेभ अ लाउड क्राई, ऊ एकदमै चिच्चायो। ही टच द ब्ल्याक, किनभने अन्तिममा उसले चाहिँ सबै कार्पेट क्रस गर्न सकेन, ऊ चाहिँ कालो कलरमा चाहिँ टच गर्न पुग्यो, एकदमै चिच्चायो। त्यति नै बेला हिज मदर वाज लुकिङ फर हिम फार बिहाइन्ड द हाउस आउटसाइड इन द सनसाइन, र उसको आमाले चाहिँ बाहिरपट्टि उसलाई हेरिरहनु भएको थियो। सो इन दिस वे दिस स्टोरी इन्डेड हियर, द बोय कुड नट सक्सेस इन हिज विश, र यहाँ त्यो बच्चाले चाहिँ त्यो जुन कार्पेट रहेको थियो त्यो क्रस गर्न उसले सकेन, र उसले आफ्नो विश चाहिँ यहाँ पुरा गर्न सकेन। सो इन दिस वे दिस स्टोरी इज रियली इन्ट्रेस्टिङ वान. One boy's imagination, one boy's fantasy, how he could not get success in his fantasy, in his imagination is presented through this story. Dear students, there are some questions, so let's discuss some questions here. That is, what did the child do to scab on his knee? The child examined his knee caps, scab at first. He pondered much and he decided to pick it up. He gently picked that scab with his fingernail and put it on his thigh. Finally, he flipped it with his finger. And next question, what kind of effect did the carpet have on the child? The child becomes extremely amazed to see the red carpet. He had never really noticed it before in such a way. The different colors of the carpet seemed to brighten mysteriously and spring out at him in a most dazzling way. He was thoroughly lost in those colors and his imagination. And next question, What was he afraid of while walking across the carpet? While walking across the carpet, he was afraid of red and black colored spots of the carpet. He supposed the colors of the carpet as different things in his imagination. He thought the red color spot as the lumps of burning coal and the black colored spots and the black poisonous snake. He was afraid to be burned down as well as bitten by burning coals and poisonous snake during its journey. So he stepped very carefully only one yellow color spots which he thought to be a safe zone. And the next D number, what motivated and encouraged the child to start and continue on his journey? His wish of getting a puppy on his birthday or as a birthday gift motivated and encouraged the child to start and continue on his journey. And next question, what did the child see as he looked down on the black patterns of the carpet? The child saw different colors brightening mysteriously. He was lost in different colors spots. He kept on thinking in his imagination about colors and their different forms. Hence, the child saw the poisonous snake with his oily body of snake rising to catch or bite him as he looked down on the black patterns of the carpet. And the next question, that is from the next section, the writer creates two voices in the story. Who are they? Yes, the writer creates two voices in the story. They are one narrator, the boy, and the voice of the young boy, that is child here. And the next one, read the extract given below and answer the questions that flow. The black parts are snakes, poisonous snake, adders mostly, and cobras thick like tree trunks around the middle line. If I touch one of them, I will be beaten and I will die before tea time. And if I get across safely without being burnt and without being beaten, I will be given a puppy for my birthday tomorrow. What does the black part means? The black path means difficulty, challenges, and sufferings in the journey. With the speaker was a young boy, that is child. Why doesn't the speaker want to be burnt? The speaker doesn't want to be burnt because he wants to get about the gift as a puppy tomorrow. Which images the metaphor I use in the story? That is images, that is scab, knee of the boy. It represents boy's curiosity, desire, interest to go ahead in his journey. Black parts, that is black parts of the carpet snake. It depicts hardship, difficulty, suffering, and troubles in life. Red patches, fire. It shows about fire, the danger because it can burn a little child. Yellow patches, happiness. The yellow patches of the carpet represent relief, pleasure, hopefulness, happiness, and self-confidence in life. A metaphor is here. The red carpet represents a conflict in his life. He may be unable to take a right decision or choose the right opinion. We may suffer a lot due to the wrong choice. If wrong choice there, if we go with the right option, it leads to the right path, and we do not have to feel any difficulty in our life. Otherwise, we will suffer if we take the wrong decision or path at the wrong time. So now next one is a summary. Summarize the story, the wish, in about 200 words. You can go through the summary that we discussed just in previous way. The story, next question, the story shows the events through the eyes of the narrator and the child, comparing the two styles, who presents a more interesting or effective view from the reader's eye. The child represents the story in more interesting and effective way, view than the narrator because the child was a hardship. He faces and won all the challenges, bought the gift as a puppy, and motivated and encouraged him to continue his journey. He was strong enough to complete his journey. Not only he faced all the challenges, but also won them too. And F number is the wish, a story about self-confidence, overcoming fear, or about greed. Give your arguments. The wish, a story is about self-confidence and overcoming fear. We can take this story as a motivational story too because the child completed his journey or challenges as gift, but the gift encouraged him. The child seems fearful when watching this scab. He thinks much about picking it. He raises many questions with himself. He pick out his scab being panic, but when he sees the carpet, his fear increases high. He imaginatively makes a game plan. He gathers his confidence to cross the carpet. He creates his obstacle, supposing the colors as calls and snakes. He even put his goal across the carpet. He moves on bravely on the carpet, wishing for a puppy on his birthday. As a birthday gift, he tries his best to overcome his fear, his self-confidence, and his wish ends he fall down in the black colors. The next question, do you think our wish can be fulfilled? Why or why not? Not all the ones desire and wishes are fulfilled. We need hard and complicated practice to fulfill our wish, one desire and interest. We should be calm while making every decision. The right decision leads to the right path that only can fulfill our needs and desire. When we desire something, That is called wish. Hard work is needed for wish to be fulfilled, but all our desire can't be fulfilled at all are not happy because their wish and desire are not fulfilled, and when we the wish will not fulfill, they will be upset. Almighty helps in every condition. Therefore, to fulfill our wish, needs desire and satisfaction, we should practice a lot. Then only we can be happy. Then the next question is, why do you think some people might have a frightening nature? What would you suggest to them to overcome it? Some people might have a frightening nature because they do not have self-confidence. I would suggest the following points to overcome it. Learn more about your fear. The first step can be the hardest one. Put it. It's also absolutely necessary. Use your imagination in positive way. Use your brain in different way than usual. Focus on your breathing. Practice mindfulness. Use nature as your therapist. So uh, now we come into the end of this class, dear students. I hope you got the concept. I hope you know the story now. If you have any question, if you have any query, don't forget to comment there on my video here. So finally, subscribe my channel, Versatile Learning Network. I hope to meet you in our next video, in our next class. Till then, goodbye.